If you think it's too expensive to eat healthfully, then this video is for you because I'm going to give you 5 strategies that are going to help you save money and eat well. I'm nutrition coach Elaine. Welcome to another episode of Healthy Eating at Trader Joe's. All right, so the number one thing that you absolutely must do if you don't want to spend too much money at the grocery store is to make a plan for what you're going to eat for the week and go to the grocery store with a shopping list. Now, this is going to prevent impulse buying, and it's also going to reduce food waste because you're only going to be buying what you actually need and what you're going to be using. Plus, because you're going to have all that food in the fridge and the pantry and you know what you're going to make each night, you are going to be much more likely to actually cook for yourself at home rather than resorting to dining out or ordering out when you come home tired and hungry. All right, so to give you a really quick glimpse of what a meal plan and a shopping list might look like, here is a meal plan overview from our meal plan membership. And we've written out everything that we're going to eat for breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and dinner for the entire week. And then based on those recipes, we have a very detailed shopping list with everything that we need for the entire week. So when I go to Trader Joe's, I can stay really focused and get just what I need, and I'm not going to be distracted by all of those fun products that you might see on the shelves. You know what? It also saves me time because I'm not going to get to midweek and realize, oh no, I'm missing an ingredient. I have everything I need for the week. Okay, so moving on to strategy number 2. Strategy number 2 is to use one ingredient in multiple different ways. So for example, if you were to buy this delicious vegan kale, cashew, and basil pesto, if you just used it in one recipe and then you put this in the fridge and you forgot about it, then within a few weeks, it's going to go bad and you're going to have to throw it out. So instead, what you want to do is think about, okay, if I'm buying this pesto for a recipe, what are some other things I can do with this throughout the week to use it up? So for example, something that we often do in our meal plans, I used some pesto in a pasta dish, but that's not going to use up the entire pack. So I also used it in a stir fry, and I've also mixed it with some hummus. So I mixed these two together to make a really delicious high protein dip, okay, that I can use with my veggies. Another great thing about this is it makes it more fun to eat my veggies, so my veggies aren't going to go to waste sitting in the fridge. All right, the pesto is actually also a really nice spread for a sandwich. So there's so many different things that you can do with this. So that was tip number 2, to use one ingredient in multiple recipes. Tip number 3 is to choose fruits and veggies that are in season. So when they're in season, they're more abundant. The shipping costs are usually less as well because they're grown more locally. And this makes them much more affordable. So for a list of some of our favorite seasonal produce, then if you click the first link in the description of this video, it will take you to our article about 5 ways to eat healthy on a budget. And in that article, we've listed out some of our favorite fruits and veggies for each season. Okay, let's move on to strategy number 4, and that's to buy healthful frozen and canned foods. So obviously, the canned foods and the frozen foods have a longer shelf life. They're going to last longer, so this can also reduce food waste. And often they're less expensive than buying the fresh. As long as you read the labels and make sure that you're getting either frozen or canned that are not full of sodium, sugar, and saturated fat. So real quick example of some of our favorites. This is the Very Cherry Berry Blend. All it has in it is the fruit. There's nothing added to it. And then the Fire Roasted Bell Peppers and Onions. This is just veggies. And the asparagus spears. So like when the asparagus isn't in season, then you can get it frozen, and it's frozen at its peak, so it really locks in the freshness and the flavor. So don't be afraid of buying frozen, um, thinking that it's not as healthy, because it really can be just as healthy. All right, so some of the canned that we like, tuna. This one is the no salt added solid white albacore tuna. It's a great protein, nice and affordable. We also like the eggplant with tomatoes and onions. You want to just be careful about the serving size with this so you don't get too much sodium. Uh, Black beans are another great canned item. Okay, so moving on from there, let's move on to strategy number 5, and that's to try some vegetarian proteins. Now, obviously, meat, fish, and poultry are all great sources of protein, but they can get expensive. So if you rotate in a few vegetarian meals into your meal plan throughout the week, then that can really help you cut costs. So some examples, these steamed lentils from Trader Joe's, they're so quick and easy and a great source of protein. You can use almonds or any kind of nuts as a protein. Obviously, you want to get the unsalted. And tofu is another great example of a vegetarian protein. Okay, I do want to give you a bonus tip before we wrap up. And this is more about saving time and energy, but your time and energy are just as precious as your money. So this is our cook once, eat twice method. So every time you make a meal or a snack for yourself, make 2 servings. You can eat 1 serving that day, and then the next day, that your meal and snack is all ready for you. So this is going to save you tons of time and energy on the prep, the cooking, and the cleanup. Okay, so that's it. So again, click the first link in the description to get the article. And if you're intrigued by our meal plan system, go ahead and click the second link for all the info. That's it for now. Make sure you like and follow us so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of your day.